take it down. It's like I'm falling deeper, and I can't turn it round. Well, I've got cabin fever, and I can't stand the sound. Don't ask me for a favor, 'cause I will turn it down.
Raise your hand. Be honest. Be honest.
Been around a minute now, I'm stuck in my feelings, tired of tripping over my fat feet. Oh, you say I'm cynical, baby, that's close. Careful what you spread around, making my toast. Now I'm at my limit, oh, it's easy to see. Ran a 7-minute mile, didn't find peace. Searching for the right amount, checking my dose. Don't give me the runaround, baby, get close. Well, I've got cabin fever, and I can't take it down. It's like I'm falling deeper, and I can't turn it round. Well, I've got cabin fever, and I can't stand the sound. Don't ask me for a favor, 'cause I will turn it down. Oh, I've kinda done it, but it wasn't my fault. Giving me the runaround, maybe let's talk. Tired of writing messages into my phone, talking to myself, oh, I'd rather not be holding on to something that's nothing to me. Caught up in the drama now, and not me. Reminds me of another self that's not home. Finally think I'm finding my heartbeat. Well, I've got cabin fever, and I can't take it down. It's like I'm falling deeper, and I can't turn it round. Well, I've got cabin fever, and I can't stand the sound. Don't ask me for a favor, 'cause I will turn it down.
Raise your hand. Be honest. Be honest.
Well, I've got cabin fever, and I can't take it down. It's like I'm falling deeper, and I can't turn it round. Well, I've got cabin fever, and I can't stand the sound. Don't ask me for a favor, 'cause I will turn it down.
Be honest. Be honest. Everyone's invited, but you don't belong here. You get to count.
Something I want to point out before I say anything else is just focusing on the very ending of that video. It's very fascinating. I know it's not the actual, like, it's not a music video. It's more of a it's a visualizer, but anyway, what's really fascinating to me is how at the very end of the video, the title is written out like crayon, kind of, or some other kind of, like a marker maybe, on window. And it's very interesting how it creates that sort of illusion of there's glass there on where you thought that was open air. It's not open air, it's glass. So it's like, it instantly gives you that impression that instead of being out on a porch looking out directly, like through just regular air, like there's glass there, but it's just very clean. So so that thing of being trapped in like that, I feel like this song is intended more as a metaphor than supposed to be literal. But it sounds to me like someone who has been ruminating too long and has gotten to the place where they're sort of maybe like in a stalemate with something, and they just want to do something. They just want to get out of this kind of like nothing happening. And they have the willpower, but they're stuck for whatever reason. And there could be all kinds of reasons that they're stuck, but they feel stuck. And there's also that thing there where it's like, there's some things in the lyrics that sound like mistrust and also like, just being scorned and burned and not wanting to go back to, sounds like not wanting to go back to trusting or doing favors for somebody who has burned you before or something. And but being stuck and just being selective too who you trust. And kind of the interesting thing there to me is that it's like, it's almost like there's desperation and kind of like loneliness, but then there's also the whole thing of like, you know, when you're isolated, it kind of breeds that, it breeds mistrust of others, it breeds insecurities, it breeds that whole thing of like the desperation and everything. When you're isolated, you have a lot to think about, and when you're isolated and when you're alone, it exacerbates the thing of like the mistrust and feeling like you've got to be alone and feeling like you're not safe, and it turns into this kind of like agoraphobia. But it can also happen in another way where it's like you become mistrusting of people through your isolation. So you can have like burnout or something. I need to get away. I need to be alone for a little bit. But when you sit with it a little too long, you start to have this kind of like unhealthy thing grow, where it's like you feel these negative energies and everything of like fears grow and mistrust and everything. And then of course that's met with the absolute opposite, like this desperation to get out because you realize that you're in a place where you really do need the people, or you need somebody, you need somehow to get out of this thing, and you realize that that's like the very thing that is like your mistrust of people, and it's coming from being so stuck inside. And that like you can become that way even just internally within yourself without even having to be indoors. You can get that kind of way, and I feel sort of like that's where the song is sort of like a metaphor instead of it being like literally cabin fever. Or it could literally be cabin fever where she's stuck. Anyway, still fantastic. Just a lot to think about. It's a fantastic song, and it reminded me a lot of Let Me Down Gently. I loved the music, it was hypnotic. It's always cool hearing something new. I loved it.